we have new information on Coutinho, but not any valid, sure, concrete information on Coutinho yet. Jamie Carragher comes out this morning and says, I don't see him going anywhere. And then like 25 minutes later, reports come out saying he's actually agreed terms with Barcelona. And a further 25 minutes later, he might not be going. So it's reportedly final, and this is according to Bleacher Report, I believe.
It depends who you ask.
ESPN. Yeah.
It's reportedly in the final stages, but reportedly the money's been reported to be reportedly settled.
Not there yet.
Not there yet and possibly settled, but also possibly not done.
It's impossible to be right in this situation. Like, you're going to be wrong regardless. He might move, and then we were probably going to be ripped apart for not being sure or first in our response to it. So we're just going to probably do this clip assuming that he does move, because that's what I think is going to happen.
What did we talk about yesterday? So we're doing this kind of back-to-back. Yesterday we were discussing how, I forgot who it was, but it was actually one of Bleacher Report's writers who said Barcelona tend to get what they want.
Yeah.
And it's not like Coutinho, besides him being a young talent, he's not an untouchable talent, regardless what Liverpool and Klopp are saying. And you also said they've always had problems holding on to their talent. Suarez came, lit up the Premier League, and then gone. I'm sure there's been others that I can't really name before that, but Coutinho is another example of this. So I just wanted to show the other Bleacher tweet because he looks decent in a Barcelona shirt. This is the second element. I mean, like, kind of works.
Fits. Kind of
works.
They still left the Liverpool badge on. I guess that was.
Well, it's half. It's like a phase over into.
Could be a nice strip for Barcelona. Nice idea for them.
If they just decided to go away with the stripes. You know what I didn't like? They had one of the years they had, and we're doing a whole Premier League kits one, but they had half blue, half red. Doesn't feel it.
Yeah, I didn't.
I like the stripes are fine.
Stripes are fine.
They consult me on this. They call me up and they go, "Hey,
makes
we
you
know
look slimmer."
You're very.
Because they all need that.
Because it makes Messi look taller.
Yeah, exactly. That is actually a true point. So I don't know what angle to take other than yes, Coutinho would fit.
Well, it's not just a Coutinho fit. They're also targeting Dembele. And now my question, basic conversation is a Dembele and Coutinho swap with losing Neymar, does it put Barcelona back at the forefront with Real Madrid, or are they masking some serious problems? Like for the summer, it felt like Barcelona didn't have all their stuff together, right? Now it seems like they've made some quick moves. The season kicks off in like 2 weeks. Like, are they rushing?
No.
Is the window closing? It's Barcelona. Should we be surprised when they're up? They start spanking teams 6-0 every week and week out until they play Atletico or Real Madrid. Like, what do I expect?
I feel like they've been scouting both of these players. I don't think they're rushed buys. It's not like Arsenal going out and buying Lucas Perez on the day off and being like, please work.
Be nice. The Premier League hasn't even started.
Oh wait, he's going to Newcastle now apparently. Newcastle looking to be interested in him. But Coutinho is someone that I'm sure they've had their eye on. What would change about their team is probably nothing with Coutinho and Dembele if both of them went. I'd imagine Dembele would take up a similar role to that of Neymar, playing in a wider area. And Coutinho would probably be the perfect replacement for Iniesta with limited minutes. So, and they could probably use him in the Rakitic role. I'd see more Rakitic and Busquets taking more of a defensive-minded role, offering a little bit more stability. And then Coutinho would have the freedom to play within there in the perfect position where Iniesta did. So, they have options, there's no doubt. They also have Denis Suarez that they can use. They also have like a lot of talented players. But the idea is that in order to replace Neymar, you need to figure out who's going to come in and if your system's going to be the same. Are they going to, because Neymar had to adjust and he adjusted well. The same way that Sami Eto'o had to adjust when Thierry Henry started playing through the middle. The same way that Barcelona sometimes, because they have so many real talented players that are you're not going to make Messi move out of his comfort zone. You're not going to make Suarez play any different.
No, of course not.
So it works. So unfortunately, that position that Messi plays is one that Coutinho, I think, could play as well, but who's going to play it well? So I think that Coutinho is a versatile player. He plays different positions for Brazil as he does with Liverpool. And I think that he'll fit in that position and that system. He moves the ball very quick, which is a big thing for Barcelona. He does have the ability to take people on, and he's got that immense ability to, it almost looks like the ball stuck to his feet at times. So he has all the characteristics of a Barcelona type of player. So that's why I'm confident
it's a good signing. Some people are saying he's too expensive. Again, I think when it comes to these top tier clubs, in my opinion, I just took, this is what Phil Brown says. Like I said this, I've been repeating this all summer. It's like, if you want certain players, like the last thing that matters is how much they cost.
Of course.
When you're a team like Barcelona, PSG, Manchester United, like if you're anybody else and you don't have, even in the FIFA 17 game where they're like, and here's PSG with their Qatari oil money, and you're like, okay, maybe they shouldn't be just saying that out loud. It sounds suspicious. I'm just saying it sounds suspicious. So in this case, I feel terrible for Liverpool, but if they're going to get that massive of a chunk of change, they could probably turn around and still do something with it. Although without Coutinho, who was debatably their best player on the squad, probably their best player on the squad, it's a gut shot for their Premier League season. Like, can they do top 4 seem plausible with Coutinho again? Even though everyone else got better, now it's more like, all right, you're playing for some Europa League.
There's no one on the market that they can go in and be like, we'll bring in a replacement for Coutinho.
Not a replacement, but they can sign.
Well, they could try and sign someone to fit. But this has always been my problem with Liverpool: is they sell these players and they try to replace them. In the past, before Klopp, usually even though Klopp did show signs of this similarly, is they try to bring in, like when Suarez left, it was bringing in Ricky Lambert or Andy Carroll or Lallana. You know, trying to like fill that gap or like plug it with a bunch of paper towels when you just need one bounty. You know, the bounty roll.
Yeah, you've seen the commercials, they pour.
Yep, they're better than all the different towels. So that's actually a very good analogy. You don't get that anywhere else. So if they go out and they try to buy another paper towel from the Premier League that's available, who knows if it's going to fit if you go and get like a Mark Noble.
Just say he's not the quicker picker-upper of midfield towels.
Yeah.
Coutinho, you know, could handle 20 glasses of water being spilt on him all day long.
Absolutely, he could.
Who'd you just mention? Mark Noble.
He's not even a similar type of player.
It's a nice name.
In my head.
Francis, before we go.
Dimitri Payet, maybe they can try and lure him back to the Premier League.
Yeah, then he'll be there for 6 months and be like, I love it here, I'm staying forever, as he's actually on the plane somewhere else. He's tweeting from the plane. There's a crossword, before we go, there's a crossword clue that I feel like you would know. And I should probably know. It's a 5-letter word for prepare to be knighted. What happens when you prepare to be knighted?
5-letter word to prepare to be knighted.
Also for the comments.
Sword?
Is it sword? It could be sword. It's probably sword. The other one is a 4-letter word for the Emerald Isle. I don't know what that is.
Emerald Isle.
Again, these sound.
No, I'm happy with one. I'll take the one. I'll take sword.
That's it. Look, people have been sticking around to watch.
record.
If that's the one thing, 100% record on the crossword.
1 for 1.
Coutinho to Barcelona, Dembele to Barcelona, possibly. 120-ish million pounds was like with contract and everything. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of moolah.
Again, Pogba, man, sounds cheap as all balls now.
He does. Sounds like a bargain.
Yeah, he does. 90 million for Pogba. It's fine.
Pennies.
That's it. We're gone. See you.